Hey guys, it's Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, evening, or even night for everybody watching us. Um, it's I've missed you guys, so basically I decided to come back this Tuesday and have my good friend Michal join me one more time. Michal, people can see you right now. Good friend,
Excellent.
and basically why we are here is that we want to have a nice friendly chat as we did last time and basically see how everything is going with you and how are things developing and what have you been doing lately because I know last time we talked you told me that you haven't done any Flames of War activities uh, in the past weeks or even months because of the
Hmm.
COVID thing. And
Yeah.
I'm just curious right now, what's your stance? Have you started doing anything new? I mean, you told me you're painting your Soviets.
Oh yeah, for sure. Uh, it has nothing to do with the new book. No, I'm only joking. Of course, it has to. It has something to do with the book. Yeah, I did play two games on Sunday with a new player. We played his Fallschirmjäger with some Wehrmacht support against my Soviets. It was two nice, friendly games. We really enjoyed it. So I'm really back on the track now. I think this Sunday, actually, it's the 6th, isn't it? Then yeah, it is. So I'm going to a tournament in Wrocław.
Whoa, nice.
Uh,
Already.
yeah, already. So I'm starting my season, if you can call it that way.
You're starting strong. After
Yeah,
after of time of being out and missing from the competition scene, you're starting
yeah,
your
true.
strong now. That's
Yeah,
very good.
true, true, for sure. I don't know about the other guys. I think I've seen some familiar names on the list of the people who signed up for the tournament. So I'm thinking it's going to be great, like always, especially in Wrocław in this shop that we always attended to. It's Bolter. It's called Bolter. It's run actually by a guy who played Flames of War since I don't know. I always remember he played.
All right.
So
Even
so
before
I
you. Mhm. Is Skype doing a flinch right now?
I think I started like 10. Say again, sorry.
Skype is playing
It's
some
some
tricky
tricks.
things.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. There was a little bit of an interruption. I played for like I can't remember now. I think 10 years or something. And I always remember Adam that he played as well. So it's a friendly place. We're going to have a great time, as always, in Wrocław. There's going to be a lot of players there. I think 18 signed up, but there was only 14 places, 14 slots. But I think he has extended somehow to 16, so it's going to be great.
So a lot of people wanting to have some fresh juice and try out the new book, probably the new books
Uh,
actually, because we have two new books. Is it going to be this week? You said, or
the tournament, yes. I don't know about the book.
all
That's
right?
a good question. Not really. I've seen somebody mention that it's going to come out on the around the 18th, I think, which would be sad because
It is actually already official that it's going to be launched during that night between the 18th and the 19th.
crap.
And it's actually something that I predicted
Uh-huh,
some time ago. It's something that I started to do lately,
uh-huh.
predicting the launch date exactly for Flames of War books. It's something that I'm not doing specifically. I'm not trying
Right.
to do that, but well, hey, it happens. I've been right
So
twice.
what's your hit percentage so far?
It's 100%. I mean, I've been right
100%.
with
Okay.
with the SS, and I've been right with Bagration. So basically,
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Okay. So
it's
next time the book comes out, then I have to ask you for the dates. Yeah.
exactly, exactly. I
Fair enough.
just to say hello to Patrick in the chat.
Uh-huh.
Nice
Hello,
to see,
Patrick.
nice to see you, guy, mate, and hello, guys, watching us. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and bombard us with all your questions and any other like extras you want to find out. I've missed the stream last week. I've been busy, and yeah, probably this is a warm up for tomorrow when we're going to
Uh-huh.
do our regular episodes with chatting with friends. Christian and Lou did a really great job last time, and they stood up for the show, and yeah, the show went really nice.
Mhm.
Basically, Michael, I just you're preparing. What kind of army are you preparing for this tournament, for example?
I'm gonna play some. I'm gonna play some tanks with some infantry support.
All right.
So the hero rifles, some Churchills, and that's pretty much it.
So you're playing Fortress Europe Russians.
Yeah, for now, right. Yeah, it's. I'm not even sure whether I'm going to change it at some point. Really.
Really?
Yeah. I placed this at the new book. It's a big change for the Soviets, my point of view, but I'm not 100% sure whether this is an increase in the power if you talk competitive play. To be honest,
If it's something that you really like, and if it's something that you can really use in tournaments, this is what you're saying.
pff, I'm trying to be relaxed during the tournaments lately, so I'm
Yeah.
not even. I don't even know if this is if what I'm taking is really I mean, like a competitive list. I hope it is at least to a degree.
Well,
But yeah, yeah.
Russian
Go on. Sorry.
Russian Churchills are pretty strong from my point of view. I mean, I've played against them, and I always had good results with Americans and Germans, and I
Mm-hmm.
pretty much destroyed them every time. But that's because players that were playing them were, let's say, beginners or
Uh huh.
let's say intermediaries in between, and they didn't have such great experience, and basically they just pushed them up front, and
Mm-hmm.
I had my M12s, and I was just picking them one by one. I mean, not one by one, actually three by three, because I was hitting 3 out of 4 and auto killing them.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it took me about three
Mm-hmm.
turns to get rid of 3 platoons of Churchills,
Right.
which was
Yeah.
which was pretty brutal for my opponent, who then afterwards just conceded because he had just his hero Salkovi that were getting bombarded, and he pretty much decided, okay, this is it, that's it for
Mm-hmm.
me, no more, thank you. Um,
Right.
so, have you tried the SS book, or have you played against somebody who tried the SS book?
No. No. Still not. I don't think I haven't seen the complete list of the roster that people put together,
Hmm.
but I haven't seen actually anybody that mentioned that they will use the SS book. I don't know if it's because it's brand new or is it because people just don't want to use it. I don't know, to be honest.
Well,
Um, hmm.
basically, I've been playing around. I had
Uh-huh.
my last stream. I got challenged by my viewers to create a Panther list. I mean,
Hmm.
a list that consisted or had inside some
Right.
Panthers, and pretty much um, I lost the game to a
Hmm.
player who was like playing my U.S. Sherman veteran Sherman list, and
Hmm.
yeah, I gave him some advices on how to approach the situation and how to push in certain moments, and it was quite
Hmm.
neck and neck at the point where I was contesting his objective, but I wasn't there the turn before, so basically he was one turn in front of me on my objective, and I lost.
Right. Right. I've seen the stream. Good job with this one.
Yeah, exactly,
Um,
exactly.
I don't know. How did you feel about those Panthers?
Well, basically, I was disappointed. First of all, I started with the idea that getting hit on 3 plus it's so detrimental and causes a lot of issues with positioning and every time you like trying to maneuver, you just have to be very careful because if you give your opponent any side shot, basically he just went goes for it and they hit it. I mean, if they have two shots, for example, with the
Hmm.
Americans, with
Hmm.
stabilizers, if you don't have any cover, they hit you on 4 plus. So from two
Right.
shots,
On
one
average, they hit you once. Yeah.
once
Hmm.
is for sure it's going to get in, and your save is not that great. And
Hmm.
actually, the second game I played against a really young fella we have at the club that just started playing Flames of War, and I was gentle with him, and tried to work with him and see how the Panthers go and how they turn up to be. And he actually had side shots on my Panthers with his 76s coming
Hmm.
from reserves, and he rolled three twos. So
Ah,
basically, he
okay.
didn't pass any firepower. That was like
Ouch.
so unlucky. Yeah,
Ouch.
I really felt it for him because he should have had them. And of course, my
Right.
Panthers all went back in, and then the blitz went good, and they all turned towards his 76s. And guess what? I hit 4 out of 4 shots. So
Ouch. That was
yeah,
devastating, wasn't it?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
No, no.
So that
So
that was unlucky. But
yeah, that was unlucky on his side. And basically, what I realized was that um, taking taking Panthers in support. So basically, that was a Panther 4 list with Panther support. I think I have it
mm,
right here to show it to you guys. Just let me see, where is it? It should be around here. So no, not this one. It should be around. So not Hitler. I still have to try the Hitler Jungen card to see how it
mm,
goes. So it was this Panzer 4 with Panthers list. Basically looking just like this. I'll try to just make myself smaller. Yay. And I'm going to make you smaller also, just so that people can will be able to see. Alrighty.
so
Alrighty.
what's on the list?
So on the list we have a Panther 4 formation with HQ Panzer 4, one platoon of 4 Panzer 4s, one platoon of 3 Panthers, one platoon of 3 Panzer 4s, and then 4 is the KFZ, this time being armored because I took the card. And
Hmm.
of course, there's a armored SS Grenadier platoon in support with Panzerfaust, and it's upgraded to Besten. So basically, it gives them 4 plus to be hit on, and they're veterans, so
Hmm.
they hit really good. And I have Barkman for my Panthers because I think 30 points is much better than 26 points, and
Hmm.
the that shot that you can reroll, it's very nice. And I didn't get to use Barkman with his phenomenal save, but yeah, it was good. It was good at a point. And then
Hmm.
Webs and Recon and some Panzer 3 OP, which I think
Right.
goes really nice now. I mean, for 10 points, you get scouts, you get Webs, and you get Panzer 3 OP, which is
Hmm.
very good considering that you have to keep those Wests out of the way. So basically, if you lose your Panzer 3 OP, right, you have to take your Wests out and start spotting with them. But otherwise, keep your Wests in forests, behind
Hmm.
hills, behind houses, and use your AOP. And it's 1 point for an armored vehicle that, I mean, your opponent has to use some 89, 80, 10 to be able to knock it out. So at
Hmm.
least it attracts one shot. So yeah,
Yeah. Bullet magnet. Okay. A
exact,
blot of armor.
exactly a bullet magnet. And how I worked it was he chose. I think he had a armored rifle platoon company, armor
Hmm.
rifle company, and yeah, it didn't went good for him because with uh, with the bombardment, and then having the Panzer Force coming in, and then when the SS went into the assault, they
Hmm.
obliterated so an entire platoon of what
Armored
remained
rifles.
of armor
Hmm.
rifles. Yeah, they just went back. They remained
Hmm.
pinned because yeah, 4 plus. It's always a tough knock. I mean, for me, the armor rifle platoon right now, it's the worst platoon, considering that you have to invest a lot of points into those bazookas and those gimmicks like
Hmm.
LMGs and mortars, and they don't really pay off that great with them being trained and hitting not that well in assault, especially with the bazooka.
Hmm. Hmm.
And how do you feel about that? I mean, it's something that I've been renting like for 3 or 4 months. I'm doing this stream right now, and I've always complained that the armor rifle platoon it got really nerfed.
Right. We got a little bit of an interruption.
Yeah, yeah,
You mean the armored rifles that got nerfed?
yes.
I don't really. I'm not really sure. Um, I see the point that it's very expensive, a very expensive toy, and if you don't get the most out of it, it's just like wasted points, and it's a lot in one go.
Hmm.
So from that perspective, I agree. Uh, I think it's how you use it. I think they are wasted on the defense because, like you said, they're gonna get. It's a big platoon. I don't know how many teams. I think 14, if I remember correctly. Then
Exactly.
you have to set them up close to the leader, and then they get bombarded. And it's no difference if it's a 4 plus. I don't know, reluctant or 4 plus fearless, whatever. They just get killed very quickly.
Yeah,
So I think they are an offensive unit, and then if they are an offensive unit, the 4 plus to hit in assaults does not really help too much,
exactly.
especially with the bazookas that hit on fives, right?
Yeah,
And all the heavy weapon stuff that cannot really charge into contact. So I see your points. I mean, I'm having this kind of a conundrum if I think about this storm group in the new book for the Soviets. I don't know if you've seen it, the storm group
uh,
for the
yeah.
hero rifles.
I honest, just to be honest, I had a very very busy last week, and this week I'm catching up, on reading all the infos and materials and
Hmm.
everything. But I know, yeah,
Right.
the Storm Group looks to be quite a good addition for the Soviets.
Hmm.
But it remains to see, as you're saying, it just has to prove itself at a point and see if they worth their points.
Hmm. I'm going to be careful on that because I don't know if it has been announced, all the stats. But let me tell you this: they hit much better than on 4 plus.
All
So
right.
for me, that's at least is an incentive to get to take a platoon and have them run at the opponent and try and get an assault in.
All right. Yeah, so this was one of the lists I tried, and it worked out pretty good. And then there is one list and one combination, I mean, idea of having this Hitler Jungen card for, where is it? Let,
Hmm.
let me see. Let me see these guys. They should be so. This Flames of War, Forces of War, it's so no filters thing kills me. And
I have the same experience.
I'm trying to use like everything that I that I can. Sorry, but so yeah.
I haven't seen this card. What does it do?
So Hitlerjugend, it's a car that does some miracle stuff, like you can take for your. Let's go
Hitler.
and see it.
Okay, Hitler Jugend Schnell. Okay, that's the one. So
Yeah,
you can do follow me on 2 plus and then still shoot after passing a follow me.
exactly. But
And that's for
everybody,
any unit.
any unit, exactly, any unit whose unit leader is within 6 inches of this formation commander, pass follow me. So it doesn't have to be from his unit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what this card is missing? I think that they forgot to add one word in here. It should be any or of this formation. That would be 3 words. It should say any units from this formation whose
Exactly.
unit leader is within 6 inches, because then it's a cover all statement. So you can add this card to a formation of SS, and then attach it to this formation to the
Look,
Fortress Europe units, and then
it's Skype failing on us again.
uh, should yeah, I was saying that you can add this formation to Fortress Europe units if you take one of those first,
Hmm.
and then you can have a, for instance, a Ferdinand that passes follow me movement orders on 2 plus and then can still shoot,
Yeah,
which is kind of
yeah,
weird.
exactly. But fortunately for us, we're not allowed to do these kind of things. I think
I
at the
think you
ETC.
can now. I think you can. For ETC, I'm not
Yes,
sure.
because you're just allowed to take one platoon. You're not allowed to take formations. So
Okay, yeah.
basically, you'll have one core platoon from this, and
Hmm.
it has to be formation commander to be able to pass
Right,
this follow me. So, but
right.
the way I did it, because of course I was thinking, oh, whoa, some tanks passing follow me on 2 plus and then being able to shoot. Yeah, bring
Yeah,
it
yeah,
on. So
yeah.
I went with the Panzer IV SS company with
Uh-huh.
Panzer Force and Panthers and Panzer Force and some SDKFZ, the AA, which are like 2 points just to have your company staying alive.
Mm,
WEFs and Recon. And then, of course, Armor SS Grenadier Company with some mortars, some Stummels, the 7.5 centimeters gun, which are absolutely great. And then, of
mm,
course, the Armor SS Panzer Grenadier Company HQ in a half truck, just running
mm.
together with the Panzer Force and the
Right,
Panthers
right,
towards the
right.
enemy.
And what is really stupid now is that every time this guy in a half track gets hit, you can transfer the hits onto the Panzer Force, for instance, or
Exactly,
onto the Panthers.
onto the
Yeah.
Panthers. This is my purpose. Let's say
Mm.
that is, you know, hello.
Yeah, it's gamey. It's
Yeah,
gamey, and it's something that should not happen, but it does. Yeah. I mean, you cannot have a perfect system. Let's be clear on this.
it's a
Yeah.
very nice card. I mean, it's the only card that I've seen from the beginning, and I said, "Whoa, interesting." Now let me
Mm-hmm.
take a look at this, and let's see how
Mm-hmm.
what I can do with it. And yeah, I came out with some pretty sick lists. Let's say. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't like to have this exploit coming at me every time, because yeah, it's not
Mm-hmm.
really that nice. And
Mm-hmm.
for example, it is quite tricky because he can do a blitz, he can do a tactical move, and then he can do a follow me. So basically, those are 18 points
Mm-hmm.
to get to a side shot or anything else,
Mm-hmm.
coming
Yeah.
into close range, really fast.
I can imagine now getting people getting this. What is it called? I'm just looking at it. It's this Hotchkiss assault gun platoons to get side shots. They are hit on force, so they are careful. They have a big gun, 12 AT. They come in platoons of 3 or 4. I can't remember. I think 3.
Three,
And
yeah,
then you can do a, like you said, a blitz, then a tactical of 10,
and
and then
then
a
follow me,
follow me,
and
and
then
then
shoot.
still shoot. Yeah, that is just
And
ridiculous. I
I don't
mean,
I don't think it says anywhere that I mean you do the follow me in the movement step. So basically, yeah, you cannot use it as an exploit for shooting.
Hmm.
You see my devilish mind. It went so forward. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
another version is having, for example, like 12 Panzer fours, no, 14 Panzer fours together with this card charging towards the enemy. I think
mhm,
this is a list much better than the Panther, although the Panther version is really good the way you described it. I mean,
mhm,
running your HQ close to the Panther, and then yeah, bumping shots from the tank SDKFZ to the Panther, because yeah,
yeah.
it's mistaken target, but I don't think it's allowed, yet, because
Is
they're
it?
yeah, because they should be of same type, so basically they're tank, and those guys are transport units, and I don't think you can actually put from transport units to normal
Aren't they
tank units.
tanks? Hmm.
Let,
That would
let's
be weird.
let's check.
Last time I checked, they were. So let's see. Waffen SS formations. That's a good point, but I still think they can swap hits. So
Yeah, it says transport attachment. It doesn't say tank unit.
what about the card for the half truck itself?
For the half truck, so for the half truck, it says transport attachment, passenger 3, unit transport, mounted assault stormtroopers. This
Okay.
this is what it has. So basically, it's not a tank unit, so you cannot swap it. But it would have
That's
been nice. It would have been nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I think it's different for now. Now I'm thinking because, or it got me thinking, and I have to check it because I think it does not work the same for all these forces now. I will look into this at some point. Maybe the Americans have it or the Brits. I can't remember. Somebody has them as tank units. I was sure, but maybe I'm wrong on this. I'm going to quickly check Recce company in the Soviet lists. So if I take those, now unit transport, yeah, you're right. They're not even tank units then. So they are always transport attachment. Okay,
Exactly.
good stuff. Good hint. Maybe that was mid-war. So hopefully we are at least in late war we are safe.
Yes, yes, exactly. I
Okay,
mean,
because that would be stupid.
it's certainly a lot of things change in late war, and I really like the way they're creating some books. I mean, for me, the British book, it's absolutely incredible. It's very
Yeah,
nice and
yeah.
well balanced, and you can do a lot of things with them. Now I have another list that I want to showcase and discuss with you. Maybe is it this one? Yeah, that's you, right? Or is it me?
Yeah, it's somehow blinking. It's like getting a little bit of an interruption every now and again,
Alrighty.
and in regular intervals.
Alrighty. So basically, there's a Waffen SS Besten infantry.
Uh-huh.
So an entire corps of armor SS and SS Panzer Grenadiers being Besten with some Stummel, 6 Stummel support and mortars, then Wefs, then 3 Panthers and 4 Panzer IVs. I think
Hmm.
this list, I mean, then with Barkman and everything, just keeping Barkman with the Panthers in support, or why not
Hmm.
even the Panzer Force and keep the Panthers on the table. Um,
Hmm.
I think this list could be a really nice defensive list from a perspective where your infantry gets hit on 4 plus, so basically they have a chance of standing.
Hmm.
Of course, they
But
don't
it
go they don't go as well as Greyhound formation will do. I mean,
right,
that's
right.
for sure.
But the tanks are hit on 3 plus, right? They are
Exactly.
SS. Uh-huh.
Yes,
Okay.
SS.
Hmm. I have to think about this, but yeah, nothing beats the Brits, especially in defense. I would say, and nothing beats being hit on 4 plus.
Exactly.
And if you play 3 plus and you get beaten, then welcome to my world. Yeah, because I always play 3 plus. I
Yeah,
always played aggressive guys.
Yeah, but
So,
we have two new books that
uh-huh.
are aggressive books, let's say. Let's call them that
mm
way.
mm.
How do you find it? How do you find playing with the 3 Plus in version 4?
It's I'm not sure if it's harder. It's at least as hard as in version 3. I think it's a little bit harder due to the blitz order,
All right.
because sometimes, I mean, when I was playing version 3, I had the ability to mitigate the incoming fire by forcing people to move.
All right.
Now they sometimes do this blitz move up 4 inches, and then they get full rate of fire, which is deadly against all those 3 plus units, whatever they are, infantry or tanks. So for me, it's a little bit harder, I think.
All
I
right.
on the other hand, I think they went, at least with some units, in the right direction of reducing the cost. And I think bagration is actually a step in the right direction. Not sure if it's enough.
But does it reduce it that much?
Uh, I think for some units, for the main units, like for the IS, you've seen the points.
Yeah.
They are they are fairly cheap. I
Is it
wouldn't say they are very cheap.
8 points or 7 points? I can't remember.
It's seven. It's roughly 7.5 point for an IS2, and straight 8 points for IS85, which was actually advocated by everybody. That this IS85 is really better than the IS2.
How come?
Um, it has a 85 millimeter gun, which is 80-12, and it has two shots compared to one shot of this 80-14 on the IS2.
Word,
So
yeah.
it just destroys medium armor. It really does. I mean, unless you get a bunch of tigers, or unless you get an ambush of M10s 17 pounders, this IS 85 list would destroy anything, any medium armor, pretty much.
Yeah, yeah.
Panthers also can stop it.
Yeah. So maybe working with the Panthers and Barkman, maybe they can get you somewhere at a point. Who
Yeah,
knows?
yeah.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. Patrick, your list, because you're asking me, I will showcase your list on tomorrow's stream, and we're going to talk about what you can improve on it, and um, yeah, everybody else. I mean, we announced it last time we did the stream. If you guys have any lists that you want me or the guys to take a look over them and see how they look, and how you should play them, just drop them in the email, and yeah, I'll be more than happy to take a look at them and give you my advice or my opinion about certain things, because it all matters of the style that you play, because in the end there are 100 points. Of course, if you take your core of four or three platoons, and then you just create a big mess with support units that eat all those other points, yeah, that's a bad list, and you still have 100 points. But basically, in general, people just know how to build good lists from the start. I mean, concentrating on having a good core and everything. Um, Michael, I remember in version 3 that it was a very great challenge to be able to have that uneven number of platoons.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, I really think that Battlefront, with the new system in version 4, did a great job with this formation thing, and especially that you
hmm
can take two formations, and like having two formations on the table, and with some support that can, like for example, if you have Tigers as a German, or if you have
hmm
Churchills as a British player, or IS-2s as a Russian player,
hmm
because I would take IS-2s in support. I wouldn't take formation of IS-2s. I don't know.
hmm
You're a much more experienced guy with IS-2s and Russians in general. You would you
Yeah.
would you take a formation of IS-2s or
It's
IS-85s?
I divide the list into two categories. One is a toolbox where you have all the tools that you need to deal with a certain threat, and the second type is bricks, where you just build a brick that will completely destroy some lists, but it will very often struggle against. It will have hard counters,
All right.
and an IS list is a brick.
All right.
You will roll over some of the opponents. You will get completely stopped in your tracks, um, pun intended, by some other guys. So like if somebody has a bunch of Panthers, he will probably stop you very soon. If they have eight M10s, 17 pounders, they will probably stop you. Yeah. Other than that, you should roll through everybody. And I'm not sure whether I like this, to be honest. Yeah. I, there's no way to stop people doing this. That's another thing, and I'm not even sure whether anybody should stop them doing this. It's a composition thing.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't play. I think I'm with you. I wouldn't play a full IS2 list. Um,
How about the T34 list with some IS2 and some
uh,
infantry and some like
yeah,
these three
I
guys?
had I had other ideas. Actually, I like ISU better.
All right.
The assault guns. I haven't played them, so I really don't know whether this is the right direction. Yeah, but they to me look more versatile,
All right.
and you can have more of them, and you have more points left
Yeah.
after them. So I think in my list that I would try, I would get about 8 ISUs,
Hmm.
one IS2 for the command. I think we can have a storm group there. We can have what else? Maybe a supporting formation of T70s, just for
The
a better
regular
backup. Yeah.
do they have spearhead? I think they have spearhead, right?
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure about the card. They are on the card, and I think they never had spearhead, so I doubt it, to be honest.
All right.
I'm tempted to try some defensive lists with this because you now have access with this new book to cheap 57 millimeter guns. They're not 12 points anymore, but they are hit on threes. So,
All
but they're cheaper. So I guess that could be an option to take them.
right.
I don't know.
1812
There's
or
so many
11?
options in there. Second,
18,
11 still.
11.
11.
That's
11 4 plus. I think no HE. But that's not a big deal if you pay only some little points for this. I cannot say how many because I don't know if they have been announced.
yeah.
But they are fairly
I don't
cheap.
think the 57s have been announced yet. Basically, I think I mean I've watched the stats for the ISU,
Uh,
ISU 100, ISU 152, and they look really great. I mean, they compared to the way they used to be, but
mhm.
I didn't find the cat killer rule.
No,
Is
they
it a
don't have
card?
it.
Is it a card now?
Oh, now I remember my list. That's eight. I'm going to come back to this cut killer in a sec. It would have 8 ISU 122s for good firepower and some bombardments as well. It would have an IS2. It would have a storm group, T70s, and 3 Panthers. That
Hmm.
would be my list.
All right.
And I have everything: spearhead. I have a good assault unit. I have bombardments. I have tons of stuff really to. Oh, and I can get the what is it called, RPG 6 grenades on the storm group as well for that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of heavy stuff. Some light tanks to keep the formations alive if the ISUs fail
Yeah.
somehow.
They are
Uh,
front seven, right?
ISU no 9.
Nine. Whoa.
They are 982.
So
So
basically,
that's a lot of heavy stuff on the table.
a lot of heavy stuff. What do you think about the KV8, the flame tank?
I like it. I like it. Not. I don't. I'm not sure what. hit on rating is it going to be in the new book? Um, just a disclaimer, yeah. If we're playtesting, we never have the final version of the book, by the
Right,
way.
right,
So I never know what is the final outcome. But I know in Fortress Europe it is hit on twos, which is kind of a distraction, the detractor for me.
right, right, right.
That's the only issue I have with this tank. It should be hit on a 3+. I don't know why the flying tanks are hit on twos. There is a slight change in bagration for at least T-34s in
Right.
stats. In stats.
Right, right. So yeah, yeah, that's good info right there. Because
Mm,
I know people at my club that were really looking forward to some flaming tanks because
yeah,
nothing beats flamers to killing infantry and guns and those
yeah.
pesky bunker flanks and pack fronts and
Mm.
yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen the formation of the engineers. I think they can have even flame tanks in support in formation. Sorry, so they
Whoa,
can have up to 3 units of engineers, the sappers, and then a unit of either the heavy
KV8.
assault guns. I've no heavy assault guns, IS twos, or the flame tanks,
Yeah,
the flame T-34s.
so basically to put your infantry to have your infantry and to have your KV8 in a formation together with
Mm,
your core formation of ISUs or IS2s or T-34s or I don't know any other idea that you're having. All right, Mikhail.
yeah, I
So
don't think they can have KVs though.
basically T-34s probably.
Mm, yeah. And for the cat killer, I haven't seen it.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I'm really looking forward, and I can't wait to see people that play Russian lists and play Russians in general come back to the stores and come back to the table
Mm,
with some interesting lists. I'm really looking forward to my guys at the club to see what they can come up with. I particularly, I haven't tried many things with the Soviets except for the
mm,
T-34 Horde
mm,
in mid-war, which I really liked. Uh,
mm.
then I tried it with in Fortress Europe with the hero option, which
Okay.
was decent. And I think that, for example, Americans really struggle to bring to the game so many 8012, you know.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to see. I'm sure I will not start a Russian army, but never say never.
Don't,
Never,
don't.
never
I'm
say
gonna, I'm
never.
gonna, I'm gonna show you sometime my collection, and I can tell you, don't.
Yeah, when I see 25 bases of infantry to be painted, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not even trying to get there.
Yeah. But what do you think about this new Panther? Because everybody's really raving about this. This,
The fact that you can take panthers,
yeah,
panthers.
and the cost.
The cost is 8 points.
7 for the Panthers and 8 for the Tiger, but you can only get one Tiger.
Okay, and you can take 3 panthers.
You can have a unit of up to 3 tanks, and then it can be a mixture of tanks. You can have up to 3 Panzer IVs, up to 3 Stugs, up to 3 Panthers, and I think just one Tiger, up to one Tiger,
Up to one tiger. So basically, you can have one tiger and 2 panthers.
for instance, or 2 Panzer IVs. So you can catch the high end 80 shots with the Tiger.
I think that's a bit cheesy, and I totally agree
Mm,
with people that will complain about the fact that what the heck is that? I mean, okay, having one tiger, one panther, one Panzer IV, totally
mm,
agree with that. I mean, probably they captured that, but
mm,
I don't recall Russians capturing so many assets from the Germans. I mean,
mm,
basically the Germans, from what I know, used to destroy their equipment once they knew that they're going to be overrun,
mm.
because that happened usually. I mean, they ran out of fuel or shells
Yeah.
and everything, and then they decided, okay, we're just gonna bail it, and we cannot move uh, this tank from here, and we're gonna blow it up. maybe
Hmm.
they captured one or three or four, but hence the fact that they were not in such large numbers. I mean, why not give me a full 10 T-34s for platoon, for example, as a German player in Bagration?
Hmm. Hmm.
Who knows? Maybe they will put that in Bagration. Maybe they will give the possibility for a German player to fill the T-34s. I mean, we used to have it with um in mid-war. We used to be able to get Valentine
Yeah,
from as a German from the British, or Matilda,
and the
I think,
KV and the KV. Yeah.
and the KV also. But that's one tank, and one tank. I don't
Mm.
think it's that important in overall math.
Mm.
I think these Panthers are hit on 3+ also.
Yeah, and they are only green, so they only pass orders on the 5.
They're green, and I think they're confident or reluctant.
Yes, confident. Yeah. It's like, I mean, everybody's raving on it about this, and I see why people would put them in a list with the Soviets, but I think they are pointed correctly. Maybe not historic. They should not be. It's like you said. Maybe historically they should not be allowed in this list. Yeah. If you talk about history, they should not be allowed in this list. But my point was, yeah, like, why does everybody say this is like an overpowered unit? It's not an overpowered unit in my book. It's correctly pointed. The German Panthers are overpointed,
Exactly.
especially the careful ones. And as it combined, if you combine this with the fact that the Soviets don't really do so well in the 80-14 up department, this is really why you have these Panthers as those that would stand out somehow. Other if the Soviets had a good Su-100 unit, then nobody would even care about this. They would say, okay, why should I take the Panthers if the SU has cat killer, it's not slow firing,
Michal,
or
Michal,
it
Michal. How
yeah,
many
yeah.
points is ISU 100?
This SU-100, so the tank killer,
Yeah,
is 29 points for 5 tanks. It's armor 7, careful, but it only has one shot. It's slow firing, so once you move, forget it. Yeah,
yeah. The Panther is not slow firing, right?
no,
They should have gave them slow firing. I mean,
maybe then. Yeah.
one shot,
Hmm.
slow firing. You can do whatever you want, and
Yeah.
then they wouldn't have been like go to platoon for all the Russian players who like,
Mhm.
yeah, we would like
Yeah,
some
but
mobile 8014 here
yeah,
and
but
there.
but but is the point to nerf this unit, or is the point to boost other units which should have the same role? I mean, why did the Brits get 4 AT-14 vehicles for 18 points? I mean, if I was if I since I am the Soviet player, if I got this kind of a unit as my AT, I wouldn't have to worry about those. I would say Panthers. Why should I have it? They're just crap.
Exactly,
I
but
I would rather have the M10s.
exactly, but you know that the big drawback for the Achilles is actually the fact that it has a front of five,
Yeah.
which makes it really, really fragile to absolutely everything on the table. And
Mm,
the other major thing that people just go by and don't really carry it is that it's really, really fragile against airplanes.
right.
So any airplane with a decent cannon, like 86, 87, it will
Mm,
shred that platoon apart because side of two, it's almost
mm,
almost every time getting at least bailed and possibly destroyed. And also, also bombardments can do a lot of damage to those Achilles. And if you, for example, take Panthers and Achilles and put them, so 3 Panthers against 4 Achilles.
mm. I think the Achilles win easily, to be honest.
I don't know.
And it depends who gets the first shot. But if you get the first shot with the Panthers, you're hitting on sixes at best.
At best.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and you with those Panthers, you don't move and shoot. Getting six shots, you will normally get three shots. So you get like a 50% chance to hit. They will never win. It's not possible with those Panthers. So I
Okay.
would always get the Achilles for sure.
Hmm.
It costs me 3 points less. I have one more vehicle for the odd case where somebody has an aircraft. I
Exactly.
mean, how many aircraft have you met so far in late war?
I'm not
I
running
mean, all
any
the
in my
players that,
list. I'm not running
yeah.
any in my list because they're so broken
So I
right now.
mean, yeah. So for the odd chance that somebody gets aircraft, I can risk it. Yeah.
Mm.
And if the Brits get two platoons, that's what I call it's not overpowered. That's what everybody should get. And the Soviets just don't have it. They don't have a tank killer unit at all. They just have heavy tanks, heavy assault guns. Maybe the T-34s will be a little bit better than they used to be in Fortress Europe, especially the 85 millimeter ones. But apart from that, they don't have anything really. Oh yeah, and the Su-85M, that's going to be a good one. Apart from that, they don't have an anti-tank unit really.
Hmm.
So I don't know. I would always get. I don't know why these people are
But
really raving about this.
yeah,
It's not
I think
overpowered.
it's just the fact that you can take three. I think this is the
Uh
only
huh.
thing that messes me up. I mean, if you can
Right.
take one Panther or one Tiger or one
Mm.
Panzer IV, no problem with that. Make them even, whatever stats give them and point them
Yeah.
as point them as German, you know, as
Mm.
German Panthers. Maybe 1 point less because they don't get to have to use two orders. But who
Mm.
uses two orders on a 5 plus and then get to be penalized? And
Right.
yeah,
I think a good trade-off would be, yeah, let's do like you said, either increase the cost in points, or get maybe just that you can only have one Panther, but as a trade-off, increase the armor um, on the Su 100 to 9, like it was in version 3,
yeah,
and maybe give them some kind of a cat killer rule.
yeah, a card
But
that you can reroll at least one shot or two
yeah,
shots.
yeah, maybe one volley at least, yeah, for one
Yeah,
point or
I mean,
something.
we've seen the fact that usually the reroll is for the unit leader can
Yeah.
reroll one or two shots or stuff like this, and
Mm.
give that to cat killers because this was the flavor of Russian book. I mean, okay, they took it away uh, from the British, so they had the indirect
Mm.
fire,
Yes,
but they
yes.
still gave them that hero that rerolls both of the shots. So
Uh-huh.
Joe
Okay.
Atkins,
Hmm.
Joe A
Yeah, for
something.
the Firefly, yeah.
Yeah, I always forget his name, and people just they're right. I mean, I should know, and I should speak about. I should know what I'm speaking about in my streams. Yeah, Soren. Yeah, we have our good friend Soren here, talking also and agreeing with you on the chat that the decoy card is just fine, and you're completely right. So yeah, I we should see how it goes. I mean, probably they decided we will not sell too many Panthers to the German players. Let's sell some Panthers to the Russian players.
Could
I
be,
I
could
would
be.
I would expect a special three Panthers pack, especially for the
Uh-huh.
Russians.
Yeah, it could be with some special insignia and
Yeah, something
all
like that.
those.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
it's
I
not
hope I hope
impossible.
it's not that. I hope it's not true though. I hope it's only a joke. No, but honestly, you will see more Russian Panthers than German
The
Panthers.
German
Uh,
Panthers, exactly.
that's true, but it's not the Soviets' fault. That's my point. Yeah, it's not the point of the Soviet lists that they have so crappy AT capabilities, and it's not it's really the issue is really with the points with the Panther cost on the German side. That's
Exactly.
really, I mean, it's. I tried to put lists together and they just don't fit. It does not work.
It fits, but in small quantities.
Yeah, but you want to be attacking with them, and then how should you attack if you're only side armor 5, and then you have really no striking power in assaults.
You just
It's just
keep them away, and just hit the heavy duty targets, and then
yeah,
let the panzer throwers do the rest of the job, and the
yeah, but
SS infantry, which is absolutely horrific. You know, when you get with the SS in assault, uh, the Baston infantry SS, not the regular
uh-huh,
3+
uh-huh,
SS. When you get with them in the assault, you usually get with them in the assault, and they are absolutely lethal. I mean, they obliterate everything. And
mhm,
against tanks also, I mean, having one Panzer Schreck and one Panzerfaust,
right. Yeah,
I
but like you
mean,
said, you would take a Panzer IV list and Panthers within it, right? But
exactly,
would anybody run a full
Panther list.
Panther formation?
No. And I think
So what?
people will be like keep away from Panther formations more than
Mhm.
people who will keep away from IS-2 formations. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
I see more people taking IS-2 formations for various reasons, as you said, the brick that breaks certain lists to ground, and then I I wouldn't take the Panther list as an anti-tank list, for example.
Mm-hmm.
I would take a Tiger list as an anti-tank list.
Right, right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because
Because they're only 1 point more for a tank. Yeah, you have better side armor, better top armor. You can
better.
assault with them.
Exactly. I mean, you can do a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
with the Panther, the problem when you're defending is that you're not actually you're not the one who's negotiating the line of attack. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, when you're attacking, you know that you're going to attack from this side, and you're
Mm-hmm.
going to keep your face towards your enemy's guns. But
Right.
when your enemy attacks you, he will be the one who's going to decide where to go. And usually, when I'm attacking, I'm always taking the pincer maneuver. Going on two sides, having on both sides
Mm-hmm.
like decent mobile units that can get to the same point at the same time. And for example,
Yeah.
put a player with a panther in a real difficulty. Where do I turn my panther
Yeah.
towards? I mean, to whom do I
Yeah.
look to? And then
Because next turn, whatever he does, he will get a side shot. Yeah.
he will get a side shot, and that's
Mm-hmm.
basically with the 3+ panther to be hit. That's you need one Sherman.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
That's
could
true.
get two Panthers with it.
Yeah. True.
A
True.
75
And
Sherman, not
and
76.
to be fair, when I played defensive lists in V4, um, my experience is you have to have a really tough unit that can also assault pretty well. So I think IS2s really fit that role perfectly because they are monsters in assault. They don't have a very good morale rating, which is kind of bad. I even prefer Churchills
Don't they have
on the
3+
defense.
counterattack?
They might have, yeah, but I'm
They
not 100% sure, to be
I
honest.
think they used to have a rear turret or something like that
Yeah, but that's
that gave them.
for that increases their assault rating, and that include they now I think they are now confident and veteran in skill. So they are. I'm not sure whether they have counterattack 3+. To be honest, I'm not sure.
That would be sucky.
Uh, yeah. So, but let's assume that if they have 3+, they are for me the go-to unit when you're defending, because you really need to have that ability to push the enemy out from the objective. Because I
Exactly.
had the experience a lot of times that when my reserves arrived, it was really the time to drive them off with an assault, and I really had to commit like a proper unit to do this. So
Yeah, I
I don't know.
remember.
Panthers, they don't have a role. I mean, for me, they don't have really
I would take them only as support for
have a role, and
or
Soviets.
yeah, Skype did a trick on us also again.
Yeah, that was an interruption.
Yeah. So I see
Yeah, yeah,
them
sure.
as I see them as a support for Panzer Force. This is it. I mean,
Mm,
Panzer
mm,
Force and armored Panzer Grenadiers, and I will still have to test and see how the Hitler Jungen card will work around and see if that thing with the follow me thing will actually break or not break the game.
mm.
Mikal, um, it's late already. We're
Yeah,
running
I know.
late.
I know.
It's a great pleasure to talking with you, and I think we could do this for hours and hours. And
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm really looking forward to our next live. And I
Sure,
propose to you we do this on a Tuesday afternoon, evening, or any other day that you
sure.
find like good for us. We did it first on Monday, right?
I can't remember. I think so. Yeah, yeah. It was on Monday. Hmm.
Yeah, we'll try to do it regularly, let's say, and
Hmm.
discuss various like being more chilled and relaxed and talking about our experience. So basically, you will have your tournament this week.
Yeah, yeah. So Sunday is the tournament day.
So pictures, lists,
Pictures.
everything for our next meeting. Come prepared, and we should discuss to see who did you crush with your ISU's list, and see how it performed, and see. I mean, you will not take it because probably Bagration will not be out by then, and
Yeah,
probably the tournament will not allow you. But your Russian variant with the Churchills, you said Churchills and
yeah.
Stelkovi
Heroes. Yeah,
heroes, yeah.
heroes.
So let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I keep I wish you good luck, and I really envy you.
Thanks.
You're going to this tournament. I really hope we're going to have our tournament here in Romania at the end of September, and yeah,
Fingers crossed.
fingers crossed. And I hope everything will be okay because schools will be opening soon, and
Mm.
that will be crazy after that. And I hope everything will be okay, and they will not close everybody inside the house once more.
Oh yeah.
And I wish you good health. I wish you all the best. And if you have any closing thoughts, just go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you very much for the wishes. I hope it's gonna be because with the current situation, you never know. Um, and I think, yeah, I'm going to get as many pictures as I can. I always forget to take them, to be honest, but this time I'll try again.
All
It
right,
never
all right.
works. It never works, but I'm going to try at least. And I'm going to share some thoughts. I mean, yeah, it's been crazy because it has been a long time since I played a proper tournament and a lot of changes in the meantime in the box. So I'm really keen to have a few good games.
I wish you all the best. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll have a hell of a game on
Oh
Saturday.
yeah.
And if you meet any of the guys from the team, say hello from me and say hello from
Will
our
do.
team. And
Will
everybody
do.
here in Romania is. I mean, when I told my guys at the club, "Hey, I'm doing this live with Michael and stuff," I was, "Oh my God, we need to we need to see him." Yeah,
Crazy
yeah,
stuff. Crazy
exactly,
stuff.
exactly. I mean, they don't, they are not like, they are a bit shy or not shy, but let's
Uh-huh.
say they don't express that good on video and on YouTube, but they
Mm.
really follow us and they really miss the tournaments and everything and
Mm.
all this competition
Okay.
and everything.
Hope
Thank you
to meet
very
them as
much.
soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you very much one more time, Mikkel, and
Thanks.
see you
Have a
guys.
great afternoon.
Yeah, see you guys tomorrow on our regular schedule, and let's see what we're going to talk about tomorrow with Christian and Lud. These guys were really really crazy last week. They did a really nice show, and I really need to catch up with some informations they put up there, and I need to learn more about the Bogration book and be prepared for tomorrow talk.
Sure.
Thank you,
Have a
Mikkel.
great afternoon then. Have
See
a
you.
great
See
night.
you.
Bye.
Bye bye.